and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. It feels like I'm doing this after ages where I have my old setup back. I'm sitting in my house all alone filming this video. This used to be my routine before I went to India to meet my family. As much as I love my family and I like being with them, there's also another happiness and calmness when you come back to your home and your own routine and your own life. So yeah, it feels good to be back. I'm back in Australia filming this video for you guys. So I asked you guys on Instagram the other day if you would want to see a Q&A video, and if so, then you could send in your questions over there. I got a ton of questions, so I answered a few of them over Instagram itself because they were really small and silly ones, but the other ones I have actually noted down with me here, and I'm gonna answer them today in this video for you guys. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first question is by Gunika. I had to take this. मैंने उसको answer किया था Insta पे भी, but I had to do this here on my channel as well. So Gunika is my girlfriend, a very dear friend of mine who lives in Delhi, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen her all over my Instagram while I was in Delhi. So she asked, do you miss me? Of course I miss you, Puchu. I miss you so much. The next one is by Pratiksha, and she says, how do you manage work and YouTube? Okay, so I work full-time here in Australia. Nowadays I'm at home because of the quarantine, and I'm not going to work, but when I was going to work, what I would do is I had my routine set. So I work Monday to Friday. On those days, like, I do nothing related to YouTube apart from just thinking of video ideas and stuff, but over the weekend I have a strict routine that I follow. Even though I am at home, but I still have this, like, I've gotten myself into this routine because I've been doing this for ages now. So on Saturday morning I would wake up, get ready, have my breakfast or whatever. In fact, sometimes on Friday night, if I have time, if I'm not too tired, I would prepare my meal for next day, for Saturday, so that I can dedicate my whole weekend to filming the video and doing my YouTube stuff and not really get caught up into the ghar ka kaam, because here I have no help. I do everything by myself, like every single thing that you can imagine needs to be done in a household. I do it all by myself. So because you don't have family here, you don't get people who could come and help you. So yeah, I try and manage my days or my week like that, because I absolutely love doing YouTube, and once I think you love doing something, you just it happens, it comes to you automatically, organically, and you just get into a routine, and that's what I've been doing all these days. Next up is by Vanshika, and she says, how do you spend your time at home nowadays? So I have been doing a lot of stuff here and there. Of course, it is not easy. In fact, just the other day I was not feeling motivated at all. In fact, I was feeling so sad, so depressed and angry at the same time, because once you're used to going out of your house for work every single day, and I've been doing this for I don't know how many years of my life now, and then if you suddenly someone asks you to sit at home and do nothing, and you can't go out even to malls or shopping center or beach or watch a movie or do anything at all outside, it gets frustrating. In fact, I was like really bumped up yesterday also because somebody just spoiled my mood. But what I try to do is still carry on with my routine during the day, and also I am experimenting a lot with my cooking skills. So I'm not a good cook, but I'm still learning. I try and experiment with new recipes. I'm sure you guys have seen that video where I made like lasuni palak from this YouTube channel. So I'm experimenting with cooking. I'm also taking out time to talk to my friends, catching up with them. What else I've been doing? I'm watching a lot of new series and shows on Netflix and Amazon Prime. I'm also now getting to finally learn how to play ukulele. So those of you who don't know, I have always been interested in music. So I like singing. I'm not a professional singer though, but I just like singing. I like musical instruments. I love when someone plays the guitar, but I couldn't learn guitar, so I bought a ukulele, which is like a smaller version. It looks like a guitar, but it is actually a different instrument altogether. So I'm trying to learn that. So just trying to do whatever I like doing, so that I don't get really, absorbed with all this negativity around us these days. Next up is Navneet, and she says, if the world ends in next 24 hours, what would you do? So if the world was going to end in next 24 hours, I would probably spend my entire time with my family, and also I would pray. I would pray a lot because I am that religious, spiritual person. I pray every day, every time I'm upset, I'm happy. So I'm just, in a way, I am that spiritual, religious person. So I think I would end up spending my time with my family alongside praying and thanking God and doing whatever I like to do. Anyways, next up is by Shivani, and she says, what is that one thing you miss the most of not being outside? I think I can do everything inside apart from shopping. So I miss shopping because you guys know I am a big shopaholic, and yeah, it's just messing with my head now that I can't go out to the mall and shop. Next is by the Vegabond27. I don't know if that is your entire username because it was too big, so I couldn't get your entire name, but you have asked, what have you been watching on Netflix these days? So I just finished watching Love at First Sight, so that, and then there was another show. I've just finished the last episode last night. It is called Tiny House Hunting. They have 2 series on it, and 2 seasons on it. So in case you are somebody who enjoys watching these kind of shows, you would generally watch on Discovery and Nat Geo, then you are definitely going to love it. So yeah, check these shows out. Next up is by Neha, and she says, what is your favorite comfort food? Oh my god, my favorite comfort food of all times has to be Rajma Chawal. I am obsessed with Rajma Chawal, and I also like Golgappa a lot, so yeah. Next up is by Palak, and Palak says, how do you handle unnecessary advice from your relatives when you know they are not your well-wishers? Okay, this question is so much relatable. Like, when I saw this, I was like, girl, I know what you mean, because I have these relatives around me all the time. I've got a bunch of them in my family. So what I try to do is, if they try to interfere in my life, or they try to give me like unnecessary advice, and I also know that these guys are actually not my well-wishers, I try and avoid them. Sabse pehle, agar they still keep doing it, if they still keep poking me, I just give it back. I am not a person who can, keep taking bullshit of someone else. I don't know if I should be using that word, but I'm not someone who just, can take anybody's whatever shit they have to say and I will keep taking that. No, I definitely respect my elders. My parents have taught me how to respect my elders, but also at the same time they have taught me how to stand up for myself and for my self-respect. So if someone messes with that, I give it back. I'll behave with you the way you behave with me. In case you are nice to me, I will be very nice to you. In case you are rude to me and mean to me, I can be a B --. So yeah, that's what I do. And then in the end, you can always block them. It's the kind of social media, so block them and get them out of your life, at least out of your social life. Next up is by Bhamini. So Bhamini is also my school friend. She was with me in in my school, and she says, when are you planning a baby and what do you want personally, a boy or a girl? Okay, I am gonna have a baby whenever I am mentally ready. and I feel like it's the right time or right thing to do for me. I am in no rush, even though there are always these people surrounding me, and of course I'm sure if you are married and you don't have a child, it would be the case with you. In case you are not married, you're single, then probably marriage pressure is on you guys, but that's always gonna remain there. But all I can give you as an advice, or all I can tell you what I do or how I feel or how I take all of these things is, it is my life, and a child is gonna be my responsibility. So even if today my so-called relatives want me to have a baby, they are not going to be the one who will have to take care of that child or that human being for their whole life. It's gonna be me. So I'll have it when I'm mentally ready and I'm mentally prepared for it, because it's a big responsibility. And the next part was, what do you want to have personally, boy or a girl? I actually want both. When the time is right, I definitely want 2 kids, and I want both, a boy and a girl. So yeah. And the last question is by Sneha, and she says, tell us about how your life changes after getting married and when you left India. So your life changes upside down when you get married. I don't know why there was nobody who told me this. Like, there were people who always said, oh, you're gonna be, once you get married things are gonna change, but they're gonna change so drastically. I had no idea until I got married. So you go into a new family altogether, you start sharing your life and your everything with another person altogether. Even though I knew my husband before we got married for years, still being married and living with someone is a totally different thing than dating someone. So yeah, it just changes upside down, because it also depends on which family you are going into, and yeah, you have to get used to their whatever customs or rituals or routine of that family, and yeah, it's just, I can't explain it more in detail, but I would just say be prepared and only get married when you guys are mentally ready and mentally prepared to take that responsibility, because being married is not a joke. And once you're married, dude, and you have to change and adjust yourself and your routine according to the new family. So yeah, being married is like upside down. Your world is gonna go upside down. North pole south mein aa jayega, south pole north mein aa jayega, basically that. And yeah, that's about it, guys. These were all the 10 questions that I chose to answer here on my YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. And और कोई questions हैं तो मुझे बताओ comment section में, मैं उसको वहाँ answer करूँगी. And I will see you guys the next time. Bye.